I think first time I visited Delhi as young junior research fellow of one of the Man and Biosphere research project to present a report in Delhi. And I think that's in INSA, International Science Academy building. And what impression or what image still looms is that Indraprastha power station chimneys, stacks emitting the thick black smoke.
Which was that year?
That is 1985.
85. Okay.
At that time, actually, we had 3 thermal power stations in Delhi. One is Rajghat, second is Indraprastha, and third is Badarpur. At the time, Delhi is fully dependent on the coal-powered power stations for the electricity. That was the first image. Then I joined Delhi Pollution Control Committee in later 92. And then I came to know the actual challenges which Delhi city is facing. Very initial stages, what we exposed to is industrial pollution only. Because that's any state board, including Delhi Pollution Control Committee, is mandated. So we are visiting different industrial areas, and we see generally coal is used as fuel, and very primitive type of technologies, if at all there, it is used for the pollution control. And everywhere the chimneys emitting the black smoke.
And Delhi had quite a few industrial zones also at that time.
At the time also we have about 20 industrial zones, industrial area, what we say. And if we see the problem, yes, industrial area is there. But the major problem is still even the industry is working in unorganized sector. Unorganized, what I want to say, out of industrial area. So you talked historical thing, the Himalayan peaks seen from Delhi and nearby places. So this Delhi or even this total Indo-Gangetic plain is dusty area. That is even recorded in the historical books, even Babarnama mentions it. And that is basically dust, wind-blown dust. But even in 90s, when we joined, the ambient pollution is not very much noted. Everyone is behind vehicular or industrial pollution. Then you can say that ambient air monitoring started somewhere in early 90s. And one station came at the ITU, which is maintained by Central Pollution Control Board. That's one of the earliest monitoring stations in India even.
So even in Delhi, the 1991 ITO was the first air quality index.
Air quality monitoring. There we are monitoring concentration. Okay. Index is very
much later.
Much later. So at that time they are monitoring only SPM, suspended particulate matter. And then in 91 they came with the standards, first standards. There came the SPM standards, and that time they are monitoring suspended particulate matter, sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide, the maximum 3 parameters, carbon monoxide. So there they started the monitoring, and then started coming the data. And when the Western countries or World Bank and WHO seen the data, that's very high values when you compare it with the European countries. So immediately we got the first thing, the most polluted city of the world, the tank.
When was that? The first time we were called, Delhi was called the most polluted
that's
city?
93, 94.
So we have that legacy starting from the 90s itself.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Then slowly in 1998 they once modified the standards, and then came the 2009 when they come with the PM 2.5 and PM 10, both they are monitoring. Then they included the more parameters. So at the time, we reached from 2 parameters to 12 parameters. So that's the monitoring part. But in between, if you see, there's much difference. Because the famous MC Mehta case came, Supreme Court started monitoring the things.
Can you elaborate that, sir? MC Mehta case, which year it was and what it was?
It is 1995, the first set of the order came. And that's mainly because everyone at that time thought industrial pollution is the culprit.
Of course.
So everyone concentrated on that. Then MC Mehta case is the case in which different order from 1995 to 2006 and 7. All major industries are shifted out from Delhi. Because if we say how many industries are there, still it is maybe 1 lakh or so. But that industry is actually very small or tiny units.
Even the manufacturing ones.
Anything.
The manufacturing industries are still in Delhi.
Manufacturing
means the any sectors which has the potential of emitting.
No. Actually, now the industries which have the potential to emit the air pollutant, it's closed.
Completely. That's because of this MC Mehta case.
That's mainly MC Mehta case.
And sir, just to add to that, was the MC Mehta case also the reason why the buses also had to shift to CNG?
Yes.
Okay.
Then now if we are talking about the MC Mehta case, the MC Mehta case made the many differences. The shifting of industry, as we discussed, one thing, all the hazardous units are gone out, all the major industries are gone out, and then came the liquid fuel to gaseous fuel.
Yes.
That is, if you say diesel buses or all the commercial fleet is transferred to compressed natural gas. That's time, I think it is 94 or 95, when Sheila Dikshit was Chief Minister of Delhi. And she taken a stand, no, it is required, so we have to go for it. That's tough time.
That was a lot of public opposition came to that.
Yeah, public opposition came because there is a judicial order and they followed it. But the scientific background is not known to the public. And if the conversion is possible,
affordable,
retrofitting is possible or affordable or not. So no one knows.
Viability of CNG was still in doubt.
No, because there is different theories at that time. How it will impact, other gases will come out, VOCs will come out. But at the time, judicial order is important because our fight is with the particulate. With very layman language, dust. Because that's a time when if you are traveling on scooter, your face and the shirt is becoming black within minutes. Or the visibility is very low. The cough. And that type of thing is very common.
So these things were there in 1990s also?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So it was not seasonal. It was through the year you could see this kind of phenomenon in Delhi.
No. When we talk about the seasonality of the pollution, of course, that time we don't know that, 90s. But now with this all available data and a most advanced monitoring system, we know there is 3 peaks. First comes, you can say in the summer, May, June, at the time we are here. That is mainly due to the west, it comes from the west, and that's due to the wind-blown dust. There, the chorus particle, that's PM10 in more. If you just analyze the particulate, and if you divide the PM10 and PM2.5 ratio, you find more PM10 because it's wind-blown.
And it's heavier dust.
It's a heavier dust. Then comes the part when with the onset of winter, what we say, just October, and more specifically, if I say 15th October to 15th November, is due to agriculture residue burning in the neighboring states. Because why I'm using the neighboring state? Because Delhi had the very less agricultural field, and here the burning of the agriculture residue is very rare, because whatsoever that part they get, they use for the packing and different type of things. So actually what happened, because they want fields empty within short span, so they burn it. Then comes the third part. That is, you can say, December to January 15th or January month, because at the time your temperature is very low. And the difference between daytime and nighttime temperature is less. The wind is calm, so no dispersion. And then we use a term, mixing height. For the common man, you see this height of the roof. From the floor. In the summertime, whatsoever is emitted, that go up to the roof and it get diluted. But in winter, it is, you can say, go up to 3 or 4 feet only, not more than that.
Because of the low pressure.
Because the difference of temperature is theta.
Okay.
If higher temperature is above, the wind will not go up. Why anything go up? Because temperature is high, so it will go up. So when I say 3-4 feet, it doesn't mean that mixing height is 3 or 4 feet. But some minimum recorded mixing height is 150 feet in 2016. So that stop your dispersion, because general question comes, the same cars are there, same industries are there, everything is same, then why concentration is very high in the winter? The reason is that the column in which it get dispersed, it is becoming short. So concentration high. The simple thing, if you're putting the 1 spoon of sugar in 1 cup of water, or you are putting the same quantity of the sugar in the half cup, so it may be more sweet. So concentration is high.
So, sir, staying in the 90s itself, you saw these 3 peaks then also?
That time, but till 2010, we don't know that. Why? Because as I said, the first station came 87, 89, 88, 89 only. ITO, and then only SPM is there. Actually, this seasonal peak and daily peaks came to our notice when we shifted to automatic station. That transition come in 2010 with Commonwealth gates. At that time, you installed the first set of course, before that CPCB had some 1 or 2 automatic station. But in 2010, we, as DPC, Delhi government installed 4 automatic station, 4 plus 2 different principal working station, means total 6 station, where we started getting the hourly data for particulate and minute-wise data for the gases.
So more like real time.
Yeah, it's actually real-time data you are getting. So
sir, from the first station in the late 1980s to automated live trackings by around 2010. So you have close to 2 decades in between this. So in this period, once the industries were taken out, thanks to this Mehta case, so probably pollution was not a problem for 2 decades. Is it accurate to say it like that?
No, it is not. Because international agencies are monitoring. A few of the NGOs, they are monitoring it. And I can very openly say, due to their pressure only, the revision of standard came. And more stations are required. If that matter, if you say, Delhi is the most studied city also. So many, at a different forum I say, because Delhi is monitored, Delhi is studied, So we got the tag of the most polluted city also.
It's like you do lot many COVID tests and you have
High
rates
rate of
in
the
city.
COVID, yeah. Because this is the only city which have about 6 source apportionment study on its credit.
Okay.
The city which have the carrying capacity study, and the city which has 40 automatic station in 1,500 square kilometer area.
Yeah.
That's one of the highest density of the stations.
So far from any kind of a prejudice or any particular reason, there would be scientific reasons why this kind of focus is there on the city during this period.
I want to take liberty to tell this. Yes, because we choose, we means CPCB or DPCC or whosoever it is, we choose the wrong station
Okay.
at ITO. That's a road curb station actually. And media never accepted it. The data is always quoted as ambient data. And we got the tag of the most polluted city. And at that time, because the coal is the major fuel, as I said, your face and your dress is becoming black. So this ambient, or at that time people say, yes, city is polluted.
But ITO's choice, what was the problem, sir? You mentioned about
That station is, ITO is the most congested traffic intersection in Delhi.
gateway to Old Delhi.
Gateway to Old Delhi and entry to the Connaught Place. That's a major traffic.
Yes, business district, administrative, everything kind of.
And the station is situated just on the intersection itself.
Okay.
So what happened? The vehicles stop there due to the traffic light. And we generally don't switch off our vehicles.
Yeah.
So the vehicle in idle condition emitting the smoke, tailpipe emission is there, and the stations monitoring it.
Okay.
I'm not telling that Delhi is not polluted. I want to take, I differ generally. When they say it's a polluted, I say it's a dusty city. It is not the polluted city. So that's a difference. But that data, when started coming for the ITO, everyone, it's attracted everyone's attention.
Yeah.
So high particulate matter.
Undeserving attention.
Undeserving attention.
Because a similar case in maybe another city like Bangalore, for example, I am taking the Bangalore case because again it's not coastal, where maybe a sea wind can make a difference to a city. Maybe we'll talk about the weather aspect later, but like Bangalore is in the middle of a hinterland and Delhi also plains, and you take a place where a junction where most vehicles converge during peak hour, and then you say this is so it's a kind of
happened, but that is one way the blessing in disguise for this city, because now we know what is the problem, where from it is coming, and what all is the toxic part. So that's the thing.
Okay.
We have sufficient station, we have sufficient data available, and with that so many changes.
No, sir, but the changes which you talked about between 1995 MC Mehta case as a catalyst and many steps taken out of that, and 2 decades later Commonwealth Games come, and then because of that lot of international, because athletes are coming, dignitaries are coming, you need lot more preparation for the city. So these kind of we move to the transited to the automated system. But in this interim, which you say 1.5 to 2 decades, what was the kind of overall picture?
I can divide it into 2 or 3 parts. 95 to 2000, mainly the concentration on the industrial emissions. Then slowly it shifted to vehicular. And then that's the time when 2000 when this auto fuel report is came. And first we shifted commercial thing, to CNG. And then immediate differences seen. Then came when we observed diesel vehicle, number of the diesel vehicle is high. Because diesel, there's significant difference between the price of diesel and petrol. And we all know diesel vehicle, of course, engines are strong, but is emitting lot of pollutant. So slowly movement started when we put the pressure, the diesel vehicle may be not encouraged or they will go for the better technique. So slowly the fuel quality once again, the CNG is on one side and the other side, you can say BS1 to BS4. And slowly now we are in the 2019 reached to the BS6, leapfrogging. That involved much of the financial burden on the state, no doubt, due to they modified the refineries. Sulfur level is reduced, benzene is reduced. In the process, when we talk about the industrial things, I remember the first major action is taken on the lead, secondary lead smelting units in Delhi. And that's closed. The how it came to the notice, suddenly in one school, a few kids become unconscious.
Oh, when was this incident?
That is 94, 95.
Probably it was proximus to the industrial.
Very unorganized industries are working very near to the school.
Which area was this?
That is somewhere.
Not Delhi.
Somewhere for Badli and that. So the first attraction gone there, then they stopped the lead smelting units, and slowly with this 20 years, the particulate lead is less in. So we are talking about that gap, 93 to 2010. Then slowly the ambient monitoring started. The 2000 to 2004 is the time when the particulate load is down. And we all say due to CNG we won the war.
Okay.
But slowly after 2006 it starting the increase. So that trend is small. Maybe the increasing number of the vehicles and of course, the things which we later understand, the interstate transport of the pollutant and even the intercontinental transport, that type of things coming started, and that is the reason.
Intercontinental in the sense wind related?
Wind blown.
So the westerly winds.
Westerly.
Anyway, we'll talk more in detail on that, even the stubble burning part.
Yeah.
But you think that 2006 was around that time was the time, I think, when these things started figuring quite prominently.
Yeah, the attention gone to ambient is 2000. When we put CNG, your commercial fleet is on the CNG, and the lot of vehicles shifted to private vehicle also shifted on CNG. But when it once again started increasing the particulate, then concentration gone the ambient air.
Okay.
And then slowly monitoring network started increasing. As I said, only one ITO. Then slowly stations become 6 from Central Pollution Control Board. And in between, the different, like DPCC and other organizations started the manual monitoring. And that's the time when we are getting the indications the ambient air is very high. Because WHO report is coming in 2010. 97 itself, a white paper issued by the Ministry Government of India.
The census.
Yeah. So that gave an indication. And slowly we shifted to, because industries are shifted, your vehicle is running on better fuel, relatively better fuel, then to this increase. Then with the monitorings, the ambient pollution is came to notice. That's the pressure when their CPCB revised the standards in 2009. And then came the different parameters, and simultaneously came the automatic monitoring.
Monitoring, live, real time.
Real time. So what's the difference between the manual monitoring and real-time monitoring? When you're doing the manual monitoring, you get the average value for 8 hours or 24 hours. So you think it's okay, average is 200, it's fine. You can't get the peaks in between which is coming. As soon as we shifted to the real-time monitoring station, we are getting the different daytime variation. We know in the morning peak hours, the value is going very high. Evening peak hour, it is going very high. And late night, it is going. Then people started to analyze why it is. Then they correlated it with the trucks, heavy trucks entering into the city. And morning peak hour traffic pressure, rush hour, evening rush hours. So actually, when you concentrate on Delhi city, it's a unique, typical city. Why? We have 0.005% of the land mass of the India. But we have 1.6% of the population here. When you talk about the vehicles, at the 90s they said ki when you compare with Delhi with the other 3 metros, your vehicle number is high. Still when you talk, your car density on the Delhi's road is 180 per kilometer. It is third. But when you see your road length is 30,000 kilometer, inside 1,500, approximately 1,500 square kilometer is too high. They say Bombay's car density is high, but Bombay have only 3,000 kilometer of road, and you have the 30,000 kilometer of.
And then sea breeze can blow into.
They are blessed because they are getting the sea breeze, and it's daily cleaning is there.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, when you talk about Delhi, we have only 10 actual rainy days, 10 to 15, not more than that. We are waiting for that monsoon period to cleanse everything. And with that, as we discussed, summer, you get the peak.
First peak.
Because you are getting the all dust from the western part. And once again, the winter, weather don't allow to disperse it. So that time. So if you ask me, I simply say it is Delhi is on the geographically disadvantaged area. It is not a fit place for a capital city with 2 crore population. No, it is not